everyone. In this lecture, we are going to study about your unit number 3, chapter number 7. The topic name is Fundamental Software Design Concepts. So, first of all, we will list out the different fundamental design concepts. The first one is abstraction, that is data, procedure, and control. Next is architecture, that is the overall structure of the software. Patterns, it conveys the essence of a proven design solution. Separation of a concerns, that is any complex problem can be more easily handled if it is subdivided into the pieces. Modularity, that is compartmentalization of data and functions. Hiding, that is control interfaces, functional independencies, refinement aspects, refactoring, object oriented design concept, and design classes. So, first of all, now we are going to study about the data abstraction. Suppose when we consider a modular solution to any problem, many level of abstraction can be posed. At the highest level of abstraction, a solution is stated in broad terms using the language of the problem environment. At lower level of abstraction, a more detailed description of the solution is provided. So basically, there are we can define the data abstraction, or we can define the abstraction in two types, such as a data abstraction or a procedure abstraction. Here, first of all, what is data abstraction? So, data abstraction is a name, a collection of a data that describes a data object. In this context of the procedure abstraction open, we can define a data abstraction called the door. Like any data object, the data abstraction for the door would encompasses a set of attributes that describe the door, for example, door type, swing direction, opening mechanism, weight, and the dimension. So it follows that a next one procedure abstraction open would make use of information contained in the attributes of the data abstraction door. So that is the procedural abstraction. So in the procedural abstraction, it refers a sequence of instructions that have a specific and a limited function. The name of procedural abstraction implies these functions, but specific details are suppressed. The example of procedural abstraction would be the word open for a door. Open implies a long sequence of procedural steps. For example, walk to the door, reach out and grab knob, turn knob and pull door, step away from moving door. So these are the abstraction, the procedural abstraction and the data abstraction. Next one is the architecture. Now we will see what is the architecture. So software architecture alludes to the overall structure of the software and the way in which that structure provides conceptual integrity for the system. So the simplest form of architecture is the structure or organization of a program components, the manner in which these components interact, and the structure of data that are used by the component. That is, components can be generalized to represent major system elements and their interaction. So basically there are three type of properties, such as first one is the structural properties, extra functional properties, and families of a related system. First of all is structural properties. This aspect of the architectural design representation defines the component of a system. For example, modules, object, and the filter, and the manner in which those components are packaged and interact with one another. For example, objects are packaged to encapsulate both data and the processing that manipulate the data and interact via the invocation of the method. Second is extra functional properties, such as the architecture design description should address how the design architecture achieves requirements for performance, capacity, reliability, security, adaptability, and other system characteristics. The families of a related system, such as the architectural design should draw upon repeatable patterns that are commonly encountered in the design of families of similar systems. In essence, the design should have the ability to reuse architectural building blocks. So this is overall the architecture. First of all, structural properties. extra functional properties. In structure property, the focus is on basically the objects and the package which are going to be encapsulated, and extra functionalities such as it should focus on reliability, security, adaptability of your product and family, such as the basic focus is on the design that should be able to reuse the architectures of your building block. Now next one is the patterns. Then what is the patterns? Then the design pattern templates, that is what is the pattern. So what is a pattern? The design pattern describe a design structure that solve a particular problem within a specific context and aim force that may have impact on the manner in which the pattern is applied and used. The intent of each design pattern is to provide a description that enables the designer to determine whether the pattern is applicable to the current work, whether the pattern can be reused, and whether the pattern can serve as a guide for developing a similar but functionally structurally different pattern. So basically a design pattern may consist of, first one is your pattern name, its intent. The pattern name is nothing but describe the essence of the pattern in a short but expressive name. Intent describe the pattern and what it does, also known as, that is the least any synonymous for the pattern. Motivation provide an example for the problem. Applicability notes specific design situation in which the pattern is applicable. Structure, that is describe the classes that are required to implement the pattern. Participants describe the responsibilities of the classes that are required to implement the pattern. Collaborations describe how the participants collaborate to carry out their responsibilities. Consequences describe the design forces that affect the pattern and the potential trades-off that must be considered when the pattern is implemented, and related patterns such as cross references related to your design patterns. So this is overall your pattern. If you are going to design your pattern, it should need to follow some design templates such as the pattern name and all the listed below templates. Now next one is the separation of the concerns. Any complex problem can be more easily handled if it is subdivided into pieces that can each be solved or optimized independently. That is, if you want, there is a separation of the concern as its name, as if your problem is a very huge, and if a single person cannot able to handle your problem, then you should need to divide your problem into small parts, then so that you can allocate that small parts to different peoples, and the different people can execute it differently and you can achieve your goal very easily. So a concern is a feature or behavior that is specified as a part of the requirements model for the software. By separating concerns into smaller and therefore more manageable pieces, a problem takes less effort and the time to solve. As it is divided and conquer, that is, you are going to divide your problem, you are assigning the problems to your different team members. Now they are designing the solutions for your specified problem, and they provide the solution so that you can easily overcome your problem and you can create your own product in very less time. So next one is the modularity. So modularity is the single attribute of the software that allows a program to be intellectually manageable. That is, software architecture and design factor embody modularity. That is, software is divided into separately named and addressable components, sometimes called modules, that are integrated to satisfy problem requirements. It has been stated that modularity is the single attribute of the software that allows a problem to be intellectually manageable. Monolithic software, such as a large program composed of single modules, cannot be easily grasped by the software engineer. The number of control paths, span of references, number of variables, and overall complexity would make understanding close to impossible. So this is the point. Consider if the argument based on observation of the human problem solving. So if there are the two problems, such as one is the P1 and the P2, if the perceived complexity of the problem, this is we are going to explain, that is modularity trade-offs. Consider two problems P1 and P2. If the perceived complexity of P1 is greater than the perceived complexity of P2, it follows that the effort required to solve P1 is greater than the effort required to solve P2. As a general case, this result is intuitively obvious. It does take more time to solve a difficult problem. So your problem P1 can take more time to solve because it is more complex. It also follows that the perceived complexity of the two problems when they are combined is often greater than the sum of the perceived complexity when each is taken separately. This leads to a divide and conquer strategy. It is easier to solve a complex problem when you break it into the manageable pieces. This has important implication with regards to modularity and the software. So it is in fact an argument for the modularity. So it is possible to conclude that if we subdivide the software indefinitely, the effort required to develop it will become negligibly small. Unfortunately, other forces come into play causes this conclusion to be invalid, such as if we consider this figure, the effort that is a cost to develop an individual software model does increase as the total number of modules increases. Given the same set of the requirements, more modules mean smaller individual size. However, as the number of modules grows, the effort or the cost associated with integrating the modules also grow. That is, if you are giving the modulation work to one person, till its all modulations have been completed, you should need to wait. So this is the drawback of your divide and conquer or modularity. So these characteristics lead to the total cost or the effort curve shown such as your figure. There is a number m of modules that would result in minimum development cost, but we do not have the necessary sophistication to predict m with assurance. That is, the module integration cost will increase because your modulation cost is increasing, means number of modules are increased. So this is the cost of a software. If the optimal number is achieved, then the number of modules, these are the number of modules. If the number of modules are increased, the modules development cost will also increase and the module integration cost will also increase. So this is overall modularity. Now next is the information hiding. So as we know that what is the hiding? Hiding means we are hiding the detail, or we can say it as these are the secrets. So the concept of modularity leads every software designer to a functional question, that is, how do we decompose a software solution to obtain the best set of the modules? The principle of information hiding suggests that modules be characterized by design decision that hides from all others, such as modules should be specified and designed so that information, that is algorithm and data contained within the module is inaccessible to other modules that have no need for such information. That is, you only have to provide access to your authorized team member. Hiding implies that effective modularity can be achieved by defining the set of independent modules that communicate with one another only that information necessary to achieve software function. That is, abstraction helps to define the procedural or informational entities that make up the software. Hiding defines and enforces access constraints to both procedural detail within a module and any local data structure used by the modules. So, the use of information hiding as a design criteria for modular system provide the greatest benefit when modifications are required during testing and later during software maintenance, because most data and process are hidden from other parts of the software. Evident errors introduced during modification are less likely to propagate to other locations within the software. So this is the your information hiding, and the